Welcome to the Quality Performance Informational Webinar, otherwise known as QPS. This system was launched in July 1st of 2019 to replace the existing SRPA, or School Readiness Program Assessment System. All program assessment registrations, class composite scores, quality improvement plans, child assessment reliability certificate verification, and tracking will take place within this quality performance system. For new school readiness providers, you must first activate your account in order to access system functions. For this program, Google Chrome and Firefox work best. Edge and Microsoft Explorer will also work. To activate your account, visit qps.floridaearlylearning.com. This is a screenshot of what the landing page will look like once you've typed in the web address on your search engine. For new school readiness providers, click the Activate Account button. For existing school readiness providers that have already activated their QPS accounts, simply click on the Login button. Once you've clicked on Activate Account, you'll notice you need to first enter your EFS/provider portal ID number. This is your EFS mod number. You will then enter your DCF ID. This is your DCF license number. Once you've entered both IDs, you will click on Lookup Account. Once your account has been located, you will create a username and a password name, as well as supply a valid email address associated with the school that is frequently checked. Your username must include at least 8 characters, including a number and special character. Your password must also include at least 8 characters, including a number and special character. Then confirm your password. Both username and password are case sensitive. Please notate your username and password somewhere exactly how you created them when activating your QPS account. Early Learning Coalition staff will not have access to your username and password and will be unable to provide them. Coalition staff will be able to assist you with activating your QPS account if you're unable to locate it. Then you're going to enter a valid email address. You will then be directed to the provider home screen. On the provider home page, you will notice it lists program status, composite score once class observations are completed, and notifications, if any. You may also browse several tabs along the purple menu at the top of your landing page. My purple menu is shown here in the screenshot along the left side. The second tab of your purple menu will direct you to your provider profile. This tab lists your EFS provider portal ID and your DCF ID, along with your school name, address, and contact person with phone number and email address. The third tab of the purple menu will direct you to your staff roster. This tab is one of 2 that you will be working with most frequently. For new school readiness providers, when we call you, we will want you to input your current staff working in your preschool classrooms. Only directors and staff working in your preschool classrooms are to be entered on your staff roster. New and existing SR providers, for best practice, we want you to log into your quality performance account monthly, review your staff roster, and make any necessary changes that occurred the previous month. For example, you've had to hire another staff to replace another staff member that may have left your employee. There are two places for you to add staff. You may either click on the Add Teachers at the bottom left of your screen, or the round purple button with a plus sign in the center to input all staff for your preschool classrooms. Once you have clicked on the Add Teachers button or round purple button with a plus sign in the center, a new staff box will appear. You may now enter information for each teacher one at a time. I find it helpful to have every teacher's legal name, date of birth, hire date, and their personal email address prior to beginning. This will save you time inputting information, especially if you're a school with a lot of staff. When assigning role for staff, click on the down arrow button and a drop-down menu will appear. We will assign staff to classrooms after your classrooms have been entered. Once you click the drop-down menu, you have your choice of teacher, instructional director, and administrative director. Teachers and assistant teachers will be assigned as teacher. Directors that are also teachers in a classroom, such as VPK, will be assigned as instructional director, and directors that are not in a classroom will be assigned administrative director. Any Child Assessment Reliability, MMCI, IASSET, and Early Learning Florida certificates staff may have earned should be uploaded here under Certificates. Simply click on the paperclip for the corresponding certificate you have for your staff. Once the paperclip has been clicked, you will be able to upload the file from your computer. The approved vendors for child assessments are Teaching Strategies Gold, Child Observation Record, or CORE, and Galileo-ATI. Certificates of completion for infant, toddler, and pre-K MMCI consist of 24 hours for the MMCI certificates to count. Pre-K MMCI certificates of completion consisted of 20 hours prior to fall of 2019 to count. Completed certificates such as CCEI online courses are to be uploaded under the IASSET paperclip. Certificates of completion for Early Learning Florida online courses are to be uploaded under the ECTS paperclip. Once all certificates have been uploaded, click the purple Save button at the bottom. For existing school readiness providers, once monthly, review staff already inputted. If you have any changes to existing staff, for example, staff works in a different classroom or their email may have changed, click on the purple pencil under the Actions column. When you click on the pencil, the Edit Staff box appears and you may make all necessary edits here. If you have hired new staff, simply click on Add Teachers at the bottom of your screen or the round purple button with a plus sign. For teachers that have taken a leave of absence or have left your employ, simply click on the red trash can to the right of the teacher under the Actions column. This will remove the teacher from your Active tab and will place them into the Inactive tab of your staff roster. For teachers that return to your employ from a leave of absence or are rehired, click on the Inactive tab. Under the Actions column, simply click on the purple circle with a dot in the center to the right of the teacher. This will reactivate the teacher and it will remove the teacher from your Inactive tab and place them back within the Active tab of your staff roster. For new school readiness providers, after all staff have been added into your staff roster, and reviews and changes for existing school readiness providers have been made to their staff roster, click the purple Submit Roster button at the bottom. All school readiness providers are now required to update and submit their staff rosters at least monthly in their quality improvement system as of July 1st, 2020. A good strategy would be to identify a date each month to complete this needed task and set a reminder in a calendar. For example, set a reminder for the 15th of every month to submit your staff roster. The fourth tab of the purple menu will direct you to your classroom list. This is the second tab that you'll most frequently work with. For new school readiness providers, we need you to input all your current preschool classrooms you have open. New and existing school readiness providers, for best practice, we want you to log into your quality performance account monthly, review your classroom list, make any necessary changes that may have occurred the previous month. For example, your enrollment drops and you've now had to combine 2 classrooms into 1. Just like with staff, there are 2 places for you to add classrooms. You may either click on the Add Classrooms at the bottom left of your screen, or the round purple button with a plus sign in the center to input all current preschool classrooms that are open. Once you have clicked on the Add Classroom button or the round purple button with a plus sign in the center, a new classroom box will appear. You may now enter information for each preschool classroom one at a time. Please list classroom name as you refer to the classroom. When assigning class tool, click on the down arrow and a drop-down menu will appear. Once the drop-down menu opens, you have your choice of infants, 0 to 18 months, toddlers, 19 to 35 months, and pre-kindergarten, 36 months to kindergarten entry. Choose the class tool age group that best depicts the age of the children in the classroom. For a mixed age classroom, one that falls within 2 class tools listed, look at the birthday list of all children in the classroom and choose the class tool for the majority age of the children within the classroom. You may make a note of this under description. For example, mixed age group classroom, majority of children are infants. This will assist us with determining which class tool will be used when conducting your class observations. When assigning funding source, click the down arrow and a drop-down menu will appear. Once the drop-down menu opens, you have your choice of school readiness, voluntary pre-K only, voluntary pre-K with SR wraparound, that is before and after school, Head Start, Early Head Start, locally funded, or Head Start with SR Wrap. Choose the funding source that best depicts your classroom. For language of instruction, click the down arrow and a drop-down menu will appear. Once the drop-down menu opens, you have your choice between English or Spanish. Choose the language that is primarily spoken in the classroom. Prior to conducting your class observations, this will assist us with assigning a bilingual class assessor for classrooms that the language of instruction is primarily Spanish. Add Day Classroom Open by clicking on the calendar. Lastly, you'll assign teachers to the added classroom by clicking on the down arrow. Once the drop-down menu opens, you will click on the teacher that you previously inputted that belongs to the classroom. If the teacher is not within your drop-down list, she has either been assigned to another classroom or you have not entered her into your staff roster. You will need to either add teacher to your staff roster or unassign the teacher if she had been assigned to another classroom. Multiple teachers may be assigned to a classroom. However, only one classroom may be assigned to each teacher. Once all information has been entered for the new classroom, click the purple Save button at the bottom. For existing SR providers, once monthly, review classrooms already inputted. If you have any changes to existing classrooms, for example, changed your classroom name and/or the ages of the children have changed so that the class tool needs to be updated, click on the purple pencil under the Actions column. When you click the pencil, the Edit Classroom box appears, and you may make all necessary edits here. If you have opened a new classroom, simply click on the Add Classroom at the bottom left of your screen, or the round purple button with a plus sign on it. For classrooms you need to close, whether temporarily due to lack of enrollment or permanently, simply click on the red trash can to the right of the classroom under the Actions column. This will remove the classroom from your Active tab and will place the classroom into the Inactive tab of your classroom list. For classrooms that need to be reactivated due to increased enrollment, click on the Inactive tab. Under the Actions column, simply click on the purple circle with a dot in the center to the right of the classroom. A box will appear and ask, "Are you sure you want to activate this classroom?" By clicking on Yes, you will reactivate the classroom, and it will remove the classroom from your Inactive tab, and it places it back within the Active tab of your classroom list. The Registrations tab contains any active and historical school readiness program assessment registrations that you have submitted after July 1st, 2019. Please do not submit registrations even if your QPS account needs registration under program status appears. You will submit a registration only when a coalition staff member calls and asks you to submit one. When you click on the Composite Score tab, all composite scores that you have received will appear on this page. Please note, if you receive multiple composite scores between July 2018 and July 2019, that only the most recently received score will appear. When you click on the Improvement Plans tab, this page contains any active and historical quality improvement plans and optional continuous quality improvement plans that have been assigned to you. When you click on the Notifications tab, this page will display updates about activity on your Quality Performance System account. Remember, do not submit registrations even if your QPS account says needs registration under program status. You will submit a registration only when an Early Learning Coalition staff member calls and asks you to submit one. For more information on the Quality Performance System, contact one of the Early Learning Coalition staff listed on the screen.